Doing well. Hope everyone's doing swell. Sorry if there was a loud bit of noise there. Ladies and gentlemen, back live on all three of the streaming platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Had some technical difficulties with TikTok, but we're not TikTok, with Twitch. Now we're back on Twitch. Wasn't live on Twitch yesterday. Sorry, Twitch crew. Feel free to go check me out on YouTube if you haven't already, at Sideline Sedo. I'm going to go post my link to Twitter and we will get underway in just a second. Lineups are on the screen, live on YouTube and Twitch. It's over here on the left, and live on TikTok, it's vertically above me. So check that out, and I will read them out in just a moment. Just bear with me. So if you are driving or you can't read them at the moment, oh wow, why did this do this? It's a little annoying. Yeah, but Enzo Maresca taking over Chelsea, his first match as Chelsea coach. Exciting scenes as Chelsea have once again just gone out and bought everyone. Kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, but we'll see how it works out for them. Maybe it pays dividends. Maybe Pochettino did set the the groundwork there. Maybe not. But we shall see across the course of the season. I'm excited to see how that unfolds. I think they'll do decent, actually. But then again, that is there's a lot that can happen between then and now that can really change how this season unfolds. And yeah, I think to some extent it's going to be a big year for Pep regardless. It could be his last season. Me being a Liverpool fan, as much as I may hate how things have played out against City over the years, I can't deny he is a superbly talented manager, easily the best manager working right now. There's not a question in my mind as to that. So he, I think, is the favorite. My prediction for today, I'm gonna predict a 2-2 draw. I'm gonna get the final result prediction poll live on YouTube in just a second as well. So hopefully we can get some nice engagement on that. TikTok, hope people on TikTok are doing well. I'll be stopping in every now and then to chat with y'all. The lineups on the screen I will change as people get subbed. That's just another heads up. So if you end up seeing a name change, just know that that person was subbed off for someone else. I'll also maybe denote it somehow with like a little notification or like text thing to say that someone was subbed. All right, so on YouTube, let's just do this. Kickoff is in just a second. It's actually time. I don't know if they're delayed. Alrighty. Oh God. Wait, my controller, where is it? No way. The Premier League Live switched over for sure. That's annoying. Peacock. Why give me ads, bro? I just... So final result prediction poll is about to be live in just a second. 30 seconds in. Okay. Here we are. Let me start this. So lineups are on the screen. I'm also going to read them in just a moment. There we go. This time is synced. We are underway. A bit of a unexpected delay, but for Chelsea in a 4-3-3, according to FootMob, Sanchez, Gusto, Fofana, Colwell, Cucurella, Fernandez, Romeo Lavia, Moise Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and Nkunku. And for City in a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 also it says here, actually, according to the official broadcast. We have Ederson, Rico Lewis, Akanji, Dias, Guardiola, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne, Savinho, Haaland, and Jeremy Doku. Get your predictions in chat. Feel free to sound off. And yeah, right now Chelsea have the ball. However, they play back to Sanchez. And he tries to boot it out, but it's out for a City throw. Guardiola takes it. Gets it to Ruben Dias. Long switch of play here. Cucurella does well to head it away. Lavia was back turning the goals, turns well, and Fernandez plays in a pass towards Nicholas Jackson, but alas, couldn't get it through. Now Kevin De Bruyne plays it down the wing to Savinho, the new signing for City. He was signed from the City. He's part of the City football group, and he's he has now gone over to City, and this cross by him takes a deflection off Malo Gusto and is caught by Robert Sanchez. Cucurella plays the pass. It's intercepted. De Bruyne tries to play it. Cucurella does well to step up. City finished champions last season on 91 points. Chelsea 6th place on 63 points. And so far, City are, more or less getting a bit more of the ball. They're going to try to kind of hold it more than Chelsea, I imagine, just generally. Maresca, it was a poor pass out wide. Bizarrely weird pass, actually, by Akanji. It didn't look like anyone got injured. I thought maybe for a moment someone got injured, but no one did. And even though no one did, cross to the back post, Haaland can't get to it. Was really not going to get to him anyways, realistically. Here, nice layoff by Haaland to Doku and Doku's cross. I mean, it wasn't the worst of crosses, but it was definitely could have used a bit more finesse to try to reach Haaland. But Haaland was definitely trying to target it. Here, a long ball forward, and Nkunku chasing. Nkunku out wide. Christopher Nkunku. Rico Lewis puts a foot in. Nkunku plays it to Lavia. Lavia to Caicedo. Caicedo to Palmer, who's dropped a bit deeper. Levi Colwell now. Plays it to Wesley Fofana. Now Caicedo and Gusto. Palmer. Chelsea trying to implement some possession of their own. Trying to stave off City however they could, really. Out wide now to Gusto. Sends in the cross. It takes a deflection. No corner? I thought that was a corner. Gusto shocked himself as well. Ooh. Here, ball is kicked out. And I think this is a goal kick for City. Cameron Pep, what could be his last season as City boss. Trying to see the benches for the sides. His contract does expire at the end of the season, Pep. He's won 13 major trophies in 8 seasons. So, I mean, could hardly compete with that, you know? Like, not many people could. No one could, really. No one could, period. But here, Cucurella to Fernandez. He plays it back to Levi Colwell. Now Fofana. Sterling's out for personal reasons. And I feel like I'm missing something or out the loop a bit. Left, how he... Long ball forward and Nkunku chasing. Rico Lewis as well. It's out for a City throw and Lewis takes it. Kovacic plays it back to Ruben Dias. Kovacic, one of 2 players. There might even be more. Sterling's out, so he isn't even on the bench, so he doesn't count for this. But Kovacic and Palmer both obviously played for Chelsea and City alike. They're both going to be trying to prove something going into this season. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them end up having like just stellar games so far. We have City driving forward. Bernardo Silva, his shot wide. I'm going to look at the benches though real quick. Chelsea have Pedro Neto, Noni Madueke, Mikhailo Mudryk, Mark Gui, Renato Vega, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Tosin Adarabio, Benoit Badiashile, and Philip Jorgensen on the bench. Here's a corner. This is the first corner for City of the day. Sent in to the back post, headed up by Akanji, and is there a foul or something? Enzo and Haaland getting into it. They're arguing. The ref tells something just briefly to Haaland. Let's see this, a replay of it. Haaland and Enzo both holding each other a bit. Then Enzo continues. He's kind of, Enzo definitely overcommit. Enzo fell into Haaland, forcing him to fall into Robert Sanchez. Stefan Ortega, John Stones, Walker, Ake, James McAtee. Chelsea attacking, cross in, it's blocked, and it's out for a corner for Chelsea. But quickly, City's bench, Ortega, Stones, Walker, Ake, McAtee, or Mateus Nunez, Nico O'Reilly, Jack Grealish, and Phil Foden. Here, Chelsea take a short corner themselves. And Palmer here on the second phase a bit after some passes gets to Wesley Fofana, who just hooves it over. Not the best of efforts there by Fofana. Cross came in and he just tried to latch onto it with his right foot and didn't work out the best. Guardiola here on the ball, looking for a pass forward. He gets it to Doku. Doku out wide. Plays it back to Akanji, who drives up and gets it back to Doku. Now Doku against Cucurella. Takes him on. Cucurella wins the ball for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez with a long switch of play to Palmer, who heads it, tries to control it. And now Savinho versus Palmer. Savinho wins it. Here, a good ball into Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis out wide to Doku. Doku's shot nearly hits the corner flag. That was not the best of shots by Jeremy Doku, but I mean, what are you going to do, mate? That happens. Here, a short goal kick by Chelsea. Goes out wide. Here, a long ball forward. Rico Lewis near the center circle wins it for City. But Chelsea win it back immediately, and Enzo Fernandez out wide on the left. Looking for a pass. Enzo Fernandez switches it out wide right to Cole Palmer, who plays it to Moise Caicedo. Caicedo surveying the area, plays it to Lavia. Chelsea are playing some pretty slick football here. It's getting solid in terms of the cohesion. It feels like they're making uniform runs, and here Palmer's got the ball. He picks it up outside the box. He loses possession though to Kovacic. Kevin De Bruyne out wide left, switches it to Doku on the right. Doku can control it. Cucurella trying to jostle him for possession. Doku forces the ball back to Rico Lewis. Here, Akanji gets it to Bernardo Silva. Silva driving into some space. Plays it to Doku. Doku to Rico Lewis. Back to Doku. Another 1-2 between them, and Cucurella goes to ground. The ref gives the foul against Jeremy Doku. Cucurella obviously won the Euros this summer. Very good kind of run from him. He's kind of made a name for himself in a way once again with his Guardiola intercepts that ball, and now he's going to try to play a pass. Gets it to Savinho. Savinho plays a loose pass. Enzo intercepts. He plays it forward to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson loses the ball. Was it a foul or was it a corner? We'll see. Took on Akanji, and then yeah. He just kind of pulls Ruben Diaz back. It was a foul. And here, City trying to quickly build up. Bruno Fernandez is crazy. Bernardo Silva. Sorry, Bernardo. But City trying to set a rhythm. Kevin De Bruyne driving forward. He's fouled. According to the ref, it's a free kick for City. Guardiola plays the pass to Doku, who's now on the left. Doku plays it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the cross, and Robert Sanchez comfortably grabs the cross. He's going to look to distribute it. Enzo Maresca, as I mentioned previously on the stream, former assistant coach to Pep Guardiola. He'll know a lot of how Pep sets up. He said he doesn't like have like any sort of extra advantage, which is true because since Maresca's left and gone to Leicester, there's, been so many players that have come in, and City are always changing. City will always tweak their system a bit because that's just how Pep functions. But regardless, I do think that there's a pretty good chance that Chelsea can maybe upset City here. Let's see the final result prediction poll, how people are voting for that. So far, 100% going the way of Chelsea. Here, Nicholas Jackson pressing high up. City trying to play out the back. They managed to do so pretty comfortably, actually. And it gets to Akanji. Kanji to Kovacic. Plays it to his fellow Croatian, Joško Guardio. Here, Bernardo Silva. Back to Guardiola. Ooh. Foul there by Moise Caicedo. City take this free kick quickly. Goes to Kevin De Bruyne. KDB outside the boot. It gets cleared by Wesley Fofana. Here, City trying to build up. KDB with a bit of a back heel. And the ball goes all the way back to Ederson eventually after Chelsea try to win possession, their own defensive third. Right now, City on the attack. 17 minutes or so. About 18 have elapsed. Doku plays in the pass. Haaland! Erling Haaland! Haaland! Haaland scores. Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Erling Haaland opens up his account for the 24-25 season with a pretty, for his standards, an easy finish. See this again. Out wide. Doku tries to play the pass to Bernardo Silva, and Silva just kind of manages to redirect it towards Haaland. Silva didn't even get a touch on it, actually. He tried to get a touch on it, but still got to Haaland. Haaland just drives through, barges through. Oh my God, it's on Cucurella too, not Mark Cucurella. He's potential offside. Potential offside. If Bernardo Silva gets a foot on this, this is off. I thought he didn't get a foot on it, but now they're replaying it and we're checking. For me, it looks like he looks onside there, actually. Or is he? It's a weird angle. I can't tell. I'm just gonna. From this angle, if I were to draw it and draw the lines, it'd be onside. But it's clearly at an angle removed. It's onside. Yeah, they're saying onside. That goal will stand. City back to their typical business of scoring goals, doing all that. They're waiting for confirmation. Kovacic a little hot-headed there, but he goes up to the ref so quickly, like after a while wait, and he was impatient. But Haaland does score for City. FPL fans are rejoicing around the world. I don't have Haaland in my squad, but did have Salah. So if Haaland doesn't get another goal or doesn't assist, then I'm chilling. Chelsea, though, here, Rodri obviously out with an injury, it seems. He kind of reported late after winning the Euros. I mean, listen, Rodri's been like the best midfielder, maybe best player in the world for the last year and a half, 2 years. He's very, very good at his position, and his position happens to be one of the most important positions in all of world football. Being able to control that area of the pitch in the fashion that he does is invaluable to any squad. Every squad wants a Rodri. Like everyone would want like a Rodri in their squad in terms of play style and fit. It would just work for most squads, I think, for what he offers. Here, Savinho plays it back to Akanji. Akanji looking to find a pass, and he does so in the form of Ederson. Ederson linked to moves away from City, primarily to the Saudi Pro League. Kevin De Bruyne was also linked, but I imagine that City won't sell either of them this summer, especially in what may be Pep Guardiola's swan song season at the Etihad. So we'll see. Kevin De Bruyne picks up the ball. KDB, woo, nearly just misses the frame of goal. Savinho's been playing really well thus far. He laid that ball off to KDB, and I mean, Sanchez was going to contest that. Let's see a replay of that from this angle, a better angle. Oof. Oh, yeah, I mean, Robert Sanchez would have comfortably gotten a hand to that even if it was closer to goal, but regardless, that's out for a Chelsea throw. Chelsea have regained possession, and Rico Lewis plays the ball to Kovacic after a bit of a, I don't know how Chelsea just lost possession immediately there. But here, City in their own half trying to build up. Akanji to Kovacic. Kovacic long diagonal targeting KDB and Doku. Gusto manages to shoulder, and then his run was good there, Gusto, but ball deflected off of him, I think. Yep. No, it didn't. It deflected off a City player. It's a Chelsea throw here. Caicedo tries to control the ball, but Kovacic quickly comes in and just seizes possession. Caicedo back to Gusto after the throw. Here, Fofana to Levi Colwill. Cucurella to Cuckoo. Chelsea going to be looking for an equalizer all game, and hopefully for them, Haaland doesn't, strike again, or any City player, because there are a lot of threats besides Haaland. KDB nearly just got an effort on the frame of goal, which is always, he converts those quite a bit, and if not, it's a big test for the goalie in that moment. So here, Chelsea trying to build up themselves. Malo Gusto plays it to Romeo Lavia. Lavia to Cucurella. Now Enzo. Chelsea now in City's half, trying to break through the defensive blocks and lines of City, but City are pretty compact here. They're moving around pretty well to cut the lanes as well and just kind of press Chelsea. But here, Caicedo tries to play the pass forward. It gets intercepted. Jeremy Doku, step overs, and that is a foul. Free kick to City. Gusto fouling Jeremy Doku. Not the most ideal of situations to be in if you're Chelsea down 1-0 at home against City. I mean, it is the first game of the season, so, Oh, Nkunku pressing. Nkunku lays it off. No, a foul. A kanji foul according to the ref. Is this Taylor? Or am I tripping? I gotta check. Here, KDB to Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Chelsea trying to really get some kind of consistent vertical movement here, but they're kind of just blocked because, I mean, now with City leading, they are kind of at the whim of City to some extent. But here a diagonal, Nkunku tries to control it. He does so. Nkunku versus Rico Lewis. Lavia. Here Malo Gusto on the wing. Plays it back to Wesley Fofana. Finds Colwell. Cucurella. Nkunku to Lavia. Chelsea just trying to get a rhythm of some kind. Obviously, they don't have nearly the same amount of cohesion that City have year on year. Just kind of playing in that Pep system will do that to you. But they're definitely giving it a go. Cucurella driving forward gets to Nkunku. Nkunku taking on Lewis and Savinho. Plays it back to Cucurella. Lavia to Palmer. Palmer tries to get it forward. He's holding his leg. Another Chelsea player goes down. Fernandez. Lavia. Caicedo. Chelsea really trying to apply some pressure to the back line. Palmer thought he was fouled for a bit maybe. Or maybe he just got caught accidentally and it wasn't a foul. But he was down for a bit, but he's back up. Nkunku now on the left wing. Christopher Nkunku crossed it to the back post. Malo Gusto chasing. He keeps it in. Does well. He's looking for a pass. He finds Moise Caicedo. Cole Palmer now. Palmer gets it to Nkunku. Nkunku to Cucurella. Colwell to Palmer out wide on left now. Palmer sends in a cross with his left foot. Caught by Ederson. And now City countering. Doku. Gets it back to KDB. KDB to Jeremy Doku now. Doku. Finds Kovacic. Here's Savinho with the cross in, headed away by Colwell. Nkunku tries to get forward, but Akanji steps up and blocks the ball out for a Chelsea throw-in. Not the worst of kind of spurts there for Chelsea. They had a good spell of possession, not really leading to a solid shot or anything, but they were definitely kind of forcing City to get a bit more uncomfortable, which is something that I think that they're going to have to do if they're going to get an equalizer here or if they're going to have any scruff in the game. But Cucurella here taking this throw-in. He obviously won the Euros. He also was not involved, but he was the last outfield player before Haaland smashed it. He didn't really smash it. He just kind of placed it. But before Haaland scored the goal, which is just convenient based on the whole Cucurella song, and I think that's kind of funny. I'm probably going to mention it a few more times on stream because I think it's so silly that's just football sometimes. But here we have City trying to continue building up and maybe adding to their tally. They're 7-2 in the last 9 meetings versus Chelsea in all competitions. It's tied for the longest unbeaten run versus Chelsea in the club's history. So there's a lot on the line in terms of a bragging rights perspective for City here. And especially Pep. I mean, this is like your assistant coach or former assistant coach. You want to Chelsea actually have more passes and have passed more accurately than City in the first half, which obviously means nothing, but because they are down and that's not the be all end all of football. But it is interesting to see someone playing the exact same style that we are used to seeing. Well, maybe not exact same, but very, very, very similar style. Obviously, Arsenal with Arteta, who is also a former assistant coach of Pep's. You kind of add that into the mix, and it just creates like a certain level of, while it is the same, these players are definitely going to give it a go. And I feel like at least for Chelsea and the squad they have, that Pep Guardiola kind of philosophy fits them fairly well based on the crop of players they have. I think these players could play this system, but at the same time, City is City, man. It's going to be hard to play against City against anyone. And Savinho, especially coming in, I think is a very underrated signing. Here, Palmer on the wing. He's driving forward. He gets it to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto gets it in the box to Enzo Fernandez, who goes down. Ref says no foul. Enzo, hands up. He's almost trying to plead his case to the ref. And I haven't checked who the ref is still. Is it Taylor? It kind of looks like Taylor. Yeah, Enzo takes a heavy touch, and then after that, there's Maresca not too happy with the no call there, but I don't think it's going to be given. Yep, it is Anthony Taylor. Okay, I got it right. His face looked too familiar to mess up the name. Here, Chelsea play it all the way back to Robert Sanchez. Colwell now to Cucurella. Enzo. Chelsea just trying to win possession up high on the pitch, but City obviously going to be pretty good at retaining the ball. And, here though, they lose the ball, City. Cucurella sends in a cross, headed away by Joško Gvardiol. Lavia heads it to Caicedo. Caicedo tries to lift it to Palmer. Palmer flicks it over the head of Gvardiol, but now Chelsea win it again. There's been some that outside the boot pass was needless, mate. Palmer now, camera on him. Let's see the replay of this. He flicked it over the head of Gvardiol, but then very quickly, Ruben Dias came in and cleared it. But here, Savinho takes on Cucurella with some space. Savinho trying to find a cross. Plays it low to Kovacic. Kovacic with the shot. It's blocked. Palmer picks it up outside of Chelsea's box. And a long switch of play. And Jackson is offside, I think. Like, he's got to be. No way. He's on. Jackson. No, the shot is blocked. They're teed up in the box, Chelsea. What are they doing? Somebody make a play. Malo Gusto. He's held on the ball for real long now. He's trying to find a cross. He can't find the cross. He takes the cross at the back post. It's out, I think. Or was that offside? I think Jackson was offside in the initial one. I don't know. They waited so long for that. That is fairly... That was nearly perfect, but he was off, I think, there. Dang, Jackson really went for it there. Pep is arguing here a bit. He's got his hands around the coach. Or not the coach, the assistant ref here. And the ref is giving him some choice words himself. And Grealish is fuming. There's some City players. There's some stuff going on here. City is very upset. I don't know why. But here, Guardiola on the ball. He's looking for a pass. Finds Bernardo Silva. Silva nearly loses possession, but City here get it out to Rico Lewis, who's driving forward. Savinho now on the right. Beats Cucurella once again. Cucurella is getting absolutely put on skates by Savinho. Here, Savinho back to Akanji. Akanji to Kovacic. Plays another lovely pass into Savinho. Savinho once again looking for a pass. Tries to get it to KDB, but Nkunku intercepts. Now a foul. Akanji fouling Enzo Fernandez there. Doku wins possession. High up the pitch. Jeremy Doku. Oh my goodness. What an effort. What a save by Robert Sanchez. That was out of nowhere. From like 30 odd yards out. Jeremy Doku putting an effort on target. Very, very kind of right-footed. Takes a deflection. That explains some. I thought he got a crazy curler to the upper 90, but that was more so the deflection that did the work. But still a good effort nonetheless. City with a corner. KDB set to take. Kevin De Bruyne now takes the corner, sends in the cross. It's headed away. But City regained possession. Kovacic plays it to Doku. Doku to Guardiola. Guardiola takes a low shot. It's blocked. Palmer now. Palmer looking for a way through. He can't find it. He plays the switch ball to Enzo, who can't. I mean, he wins the header, but loses possession immediately as Bernardo Silva plays it to Savinho. Now City are just continuously just rinse and repeating down the left and right with Doku and Savinho, and it's looking pretty scary. I'm not going to lie to you. These guys are pretty quick and pretty technical. Here, Cucurella plays the ball forward to Caicedo. Now Nkunku plays it back to Caicedo. Palmer down the right. Driving into City's half. Cole Palmer looking for a cross. He sends it into the back post. Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku heads it down. Jackson Fernandez heads. He takes his shot. It's blocked. But better sequence there from Chelsea. Definitely a better sequence. I think Nkunku's on there, which means I think this is a throw-in. It looked like more so than a corner based on how it deflected. Feel free to vote in the final result prediction poll on YouTube. It is a corner for Chelsea. I wonder if they're going to take it short or go long. Enzo sends it in. Header away by a City player, and Palmer is now going against Savinho, trying to win the ball. And now Doku gets the through ball from Savinho, and Doku tries to play it forward. KDB plays the through ball, and KDB is absolutely... He's on the floor. He just got absolutely crunched in that challenge. I don't know what happened to Kevin De Bruyne, but he's on the ground still. This is not good. Ref doesn't even realize he's guy's back face to KDB. Doku. Jeremy Doku. Rico Lewis, the only person, and Nkunku. And now Savinho on the ground as well. What's going on with City? This isn't good news. Savinho is a whole separate incident. And I don't know what happened. KDB, though, it was like a collision, a really weird one. See this again. Here, Doku driving forward. He plays the pass, and then Doku chases it, but so does KDB. And then Caicedo just kind of barges through the both of them. I need to see a replay of that KDB collision. Oof. Maybe just like wind knocked out of him or something. But definitely not comfortable. I think KDB will be fine. Savinho, however, is a slightly different situation. Obviously, City have a repertoire of options on the bench, but Savinho is their new signing. The only guy they signed, they sold like a bunch of bit part players, and obviously Julian Alvarez, who's a fantastic player in his own right. But they've sold a ton of players. Savinho is the only one they've brought in officially. So him going down is a concern. It looks like it's either something. I'm going to pay attention to Savinho here on this one. He's just kind of jogging at the bottom of the frame. Oh, no, this is the replay of the Haaland goal. I thought this was they're focusing on Savinho's injury. They weren't. But I wonder why Savinho's down, why he's receiving treatment. I didn't see him get collided into whatsoever, but he did go down. And I mean, we'll see how that plays out, but so far it's been just kind of some spraying on his shin pad or near his knee of some kind of mist, which is like, standard in football, but he is on the touchline now. They're still spraying. I think it's his knee. It's his knee. Yeah, it's definitely his knee. They're spraying his knee, so it's a knee issue for Savinho. They're spraying the mist on it, the cold mist or the injury mist the magic. But here Guardiola on the ball. I assume they're going to reassess it at halftime, but they're just trying to get him to effectively be bandaged through to the half because, why waste a substitution window now? And it's just unnecessary. But doesn't seem too serious for Savinho at the moment. Maybe it is, but time will only tell. Currently, though, whoa, is my mic? How's my? Okay, my mic's fine. That was a weird glitch on my screen. Here, Guardiola on the ball, plays it back to Diash, who gets it to Ederson, and now Akanji. Now Kovacic here. Final result prediction poll has Chelsea winning. Kind of shocking here that Chelsea winning is leading. But alas, what do you do? Here, Palmer picks up the ball, takes a shot. It's saved by Ederson. And Chelsea have scored. Oh, my God. Offside. Wow, bro. Wow. That would have been such a great way to end the half. We're going to see if it is truly an offside. They're going to check. They have to, right? Let's see this. Jackson picks up the ball, plays it to Nkunku. Nkunku plays it to Palmer. That's clearly on. Jackson's offside, bro. He's off, bro. Damn. As like someone who doesn't want to see City win the league for the millionth time in a row, and also someone who's effectively a neutral here, I was rooting for Chelsea. So that is a brutal kind of state of play to happen for Chelsea. They're still checking, but it's so visible. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, okay, yeah. I don't know why they went back to it. The VAR has been weird this weekend, guys. Everybody's been talking about it. I mean, what are you going to do? So far it's it just is what it is. We'll see how it plays out this season, I guess. It's not really in our control. Here, good ball out towards Nkunku. 5 minutes of stoppage time have been added to the first half. Cucurella now to Lavia. Good switch of play here by Lavia to Malo Gusto. He's looking to send in a cross. He can't find it, and he plays it short to Caicedo. Colwell here plays the ball to Nkunku. Chelsea just trying to maybe find an equalizer on the search before halftime. Thus far, though, no dice. Colwell to Cucurella. Nkunku does well, and Nkunku picks it up. Really good run by Christopher Nkunku. He goes down. He's holding his leg, and a foul here on KDB. Bit of a two separate incidences here. First, Nkunku getting tackled, and then something kind of hurts later by Kovacic, and then Jackson pushing down Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Maresca trying to ponder as to how he could get out of this. This kind of, I mean, this is a fairly normal situation in the Premier League, being down to City. City is just that kind of squad, right? So here KDB plays it forward to Doku. Doku drives forward, cross in, Bernardo Silva loses the ball. Here it's cleared by Wesley Fofana, but only briefly as Jackson can't control it. And now City once again reset. Guardiola stepped up a bit. He's driving forward, plays a pass to Doku. Doku goes to ground. No foul according to the ref. Here, Lavia trying to set up a Chelsea counter. Fernandez back to Lavia. Now to Palmer. Some bodies forward for Chelsea, but here Fernandez, Enzo, he can't control it, but Enzo goes down. The ref said nothing. Taylor says no pen. Enzo's holding his ankle. Will they check VAR on this? Ruben Dias. Let's see. So Enzo controls it. Does his hand, if Ruben Dias is, Enzo stamps on Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias goes down, and it does take him down. So I don't think they're giving this as a pen. Be really wild if they did, but Enzo seems like he hurt his own ankle stamping Ruben Dias's in the process. Well, he stamped Ruben Dias's ankle, and that hurt his ankle in the process, I should say. But yeah, so far, Chelsea trailing 1-0. I feel like that's slightly expected. That's just I feel like this could have been worse had things not gone the way of like one or two things for Chelsea, but thus far, they're doing okay. They're holding in. They're hanging in there. There might have to be a sub for Enzo if this injury is serious. Savinho, I think, kind of walked it off after that spray. I don't know immediately like who the number one option to replace Fernandez would be. I look at the bench, and the only guy that sticks out is Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, former Leicester City player. He was instrumental to Maresca's system, but do you want him against City? No offense to you, Kiernan, but championship to champions is a big jump, you know? Like having to face off against championship sides and then having to face off against City, two different worlds. Here, Palmer on the ball. He plays it forward. Jackson tries to hold up possession. He turns pretty well. What a ball. Nkunku Nkunku shot is blocked. Still Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku, he goes down. Cucurella with the cross. It's blocked. No penalty according to the ref. Still Chelsea. Cucurella. Cucurella finds Caicedo. Caicedo to Lavia. Now Cucurella. Levi Colwill on the ball looking for a pass. He finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo back to Levi Colwill. Chelsea have kind of reset here. And the whistle is blown, and that is that for the first half, ladies and gentlemen. City lead thanks to a first half goal from Erling Haaland. No shock there. 18 minutes had elapsed before Haaland found the back of the net. Fairly frequent sight in the Premier League, and something I think we will have to be, and we have been getting used to over the last few seasons, really since he's arrived. This is what, year 3 now for Haaland. So yeah, pretty good start for him. Oh, I don't know why I did that, but he got a goal. I think the assist was chalked up to Jeremy Doku. Doku and Savinho really complement each other as wingers. It's pretty evident in Pep's system, just the way that they're playing down both flanks with pace. They're switching wings a lot. They're they're doing a lot of things that will. Oh, they counted it. I guess Bernardo Silva did get a touch to. They're officially counting the assist to Bernardo Silva. I thought it went to Doku because I thought Silva didn't get a foot to it, but I guess he did. So Bernardo Silva with the assist, Haaland with the goal. That's some news for you FPL fans and just general fans of the sport. Not the worst start to life at City for Savinho. Besides the injury, he's been really good. They have Foden on the bench. They have Grealish on the bench who can come in and probably give you a shift. And you'll be fine. You could even maybe put Doku on the left, Silva on the right, and move possibly someone like Mateus Nunes in if you need that. But that starts to become a drop in quality, I think. But for right now, I think it's a pretty decent kind of position for City. Not the worst for Chelsea. Could be far worse. But at the end of the day, there's a lot for City to look forward to. Chelsea off the bench, though, if Enzo's injury was like more serious, that'd be really bad, So I'm really up in the air about that as to how it ends up playing out in terms of second half switches for Chelsea and for City. If there are any at the half, that could be a whole different beast. If there are maybe some subs that happen later in the half, like not exactly at halftime, but later in, I could see Chelsea will bring on Pedro Neto at some point. Chelsea will bring on Mykhailo Mudryk most likely, maybe even Noni Madueke. Mark Gui and Renato Vega, I think, are more variable, and I think those are bigger question marks as to whether or not they could properly get minutes today. Is it raining? It's raining. Oh my goodness. But in terms of the current, state of things for Chelsea, they don't have, like, I guess Neto is the first guy I'd pull off the bench, but I don't know how he fits into your squad. Mudryk, I think, could add a lot. If you look at Chelsea's current lineup, I don't think Jackson's really offering them a ton. No offense to Jackson. He was offside a couple times, and that's really unfortunate, but it's kind of like a consistent theme. Liverpool has Nunez, Chelsea has Jackson. the offsides are going to happen a lot if you're a striker who likes to run in behind. And that's just the way it is. But at the same time, Jackson, I think, has kind of not been the best today. I don't know who else they'd sub out, besides maybe subbing out Jackson to bring in someone like Pedro Neto. Push Palmer further forward, maybe. Like, I know he's not going to be like a real target man. He's not going to be able to hold it up, but like Palmer should be more central. He shouldn't be picking up the ball out wide. I've seen Salah play in Liverpool squads that weren't firing on all cylinders and having issues and losing games and drawing games and dropping points because he was out on the wing and he had to do effectively a lot more dirty work to get in front of goal. He had to, create more. He had to, and he's better at that now because the system complements him. But right now with Palmer, while he is getting into some decent positions, I would almost push Palmer forward, have Pedro Neto on one of the wings, having Nkunku there. I'd maybe even consider having Nkunku as more of a second striker behind Palmer, with Enzo maybe deeper if you're going to sub out one of Caicedo or Lavia as like a deep lying playmaker. And then you can even bring in, instead of say Caicedo or Lavia, if you really wanted to go all out and attack, you bring in one of Mudryk or Madueke on one of the wings to complement that. That's kind of my thought process for what Maresca could do right now this second. He doesn't have to make all those changes at the exact moment, but that's a general game plan of how I expect him to undertake some of these switches. For City, it's really variable on fitness, I think. Kevin De Bruyne is obviously not getting any younger. He is, I think, the best midfielder in the Prem. But at 33 or 34 now, soon to be 34, I imagine, he is someone you have to keep an eye on in terms of fitness. Bernardo Silva is 30. He could probably play a 90, but he is going to kind of get more tired as that goes on. Same with Kovacic. You do have, they're actually playing a 3-2-4-1. I should mention that. So Lewis is playing more as a midfielder, according to FootMob. Now, this could be wrong entirely because the official broadcasts and FootMob broadcasts aren't exactly identical every time. But, I mean, Ruben Diaz, 27, he'll be fine. Kanji, 29, he'll be fine. Really, Silva, KDB, Kovacic's fitness. Savinho's potential injury is a concern because, like, were you expecting Savinho to go down clutching his ankle like that? I don't think so, and that's just, that is the way it is. And we'll probably see some kind of update, whether that's no change whatsoever or whether that is a full-on, substitution of Savinho at halftime. The options, obviously, Grealish, Foden for City. Those are the first two that stick out. You have Mateus Nunes, who you can maybe shoehorn in there somehow. Besides that, Oscar Bob's out for basically the whole year, it says. He's got his operation soon or may have already had it. And Rodri, it says early September return on FootMob. That could be wrong. But, for City, options are a bit more sparse than it has been the last few seasons. So they will probably be fine with the options off the bench. Listen, Foden off the bench is crazy. No team would say no to that in the Premier League. But, thus far in terms of kind of like a more controlling midfield structure, I don't know if, bringing in Foden and Nunez and maybe McAtee. I don't know who this Nico O'Reilly kid is. He's a City Academy prospect. Maybe he is like molded perfectly for Pep. Knowing Pep, he definitely has like a player for every role that he would ever need, just like lined up. But, that remains to be seen. Let's see how much until kickoff. 5.5 minutes until kickoff. I'm quickly going to go use the restroom. Go get a snack. Go get a drink if you so please. Consider subscribing if you're new. I'm live on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch. So feel free to join me there. And yeah. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And the second half of Chelsea versus City will be here in just a few moments on the Sideline Sedo YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're new, like if you're enjoying, helps boost the streams in the algorithm and would make my day a lot happier. So thank y'all so much for the support thus far. I'll be back in just a second with the second half of Chelsea versus City. City lead thanks to a Erling Haaland goal in the 18th minute. BRB, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a sec. Mic check, mic check. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing swell. Welcome back to the Sideline Sedo stream. We are doing some watch-alongs for the Chelsea City game. Pretty excited about the second half to see how City kind of adjust to whatever changes Chelsea make, see what changes Chelsea make in the first place, see how Maresca adapts at halftime, to see if he is a maybe motivational halftime guy that is going to rile them up. I don't know. I know very little about Enzo Maresca, but besides that, I mean, there is a fair chance. Oof. Wow. Sorry, chat. There is a fair chance that Foden is on. Let me make a change here to the lineup. Who's he on for? That's the question. Savio's off injured, yeah, or Savinho. So let me adjust this real quick. And we are underway for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. I'll adjust the lineups in just a second. Savinho off for. There we go. It is fixed. Foden on for Savinho. Savinho played really well in that opening 45, but it looks like some kind of knee issue based on what I saw. That is definitely not an ideal situation to be in if you are City, being that he is the only guy you guys signed. But I mean, they have options and they have their academy, and maybe they go out and sign someone else if that is like an issue. They have the money, that's for sure, especially after selling Julian Alvarez. I'm surprised they haven't gone in for anyone else. Final result prediction poll on YouTube. Chelsea win is leading. City win is behind. But yeah, thus far, City just trying to find that second, and Kovacic with a diagonal here. Can't find anyone. It's back to, it's intercepting Kevin De Bruyne with a great interception across to the back post. Cucurella jostling with Foden to win the ball. It's a throw-in for Chelsea. Here, Joshua Guardiola on the ball. City just trying to readjust here a bit. Here, Ruben Dias on the ball. Trying to find a pass. He can't quite. Gets it to Ederson eventually. City just comfortable to slow down the game to their own tempo at this point. They, this is what they do. City takes the lead, and when they take it, they hold on to it pretty well. And thus far, I mean, it kind of shows with how they've been able to just kind of limit Chelsea's chances. Here, Palmer with the cross in. Oh, it's cleared eventually. And Lavia chasing KDB. KDB takes this throw in, finds Joshua Guardiola. Some space, and it's back to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Guardiola. Guardiola with a diagonal switch of play towards Foden, but Cucurella manages to head it away. Nkunku now on the turn. Lays it off to Caicedo. Moise Caicedo to Enzo Fernandez, who gets fouled by Akanji. Free kick for Chelsea. Pretty good spot for them to be in. Joe Gomez is a viable alternative for Newcastle to Mark Gahey, given Liverpool are open to a sale, says MSI Douglas on Twitter. Northern football correspondent with 70,000 followers. That's pretty decent. Here, Doku lays off the ball to Kovacic. Now De Bruyne to Guardiola. Guardiola turns, gets it to Kovacic. Doku to De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, Haaland! What a save by Robert Sanchez. What a save. City are just trying their hardest to keep Chelsea from getting the ball basically here. But they're also progressing pretty far up the pitch in a typical comfortable City fashion. Here a good pass back to Ederson. Ederson under some pressure. Jackson pressing up. It's hooved forward. It's out for a Chelsea throw-in. Malo Gusto looks like he is set to take. Here, Robert Sanchez. Diagonal ball to finding Cucurella. Mark Cucurella crosses it in. Foden intercepts. Here's City on the turn. Haaland taken out a bit. Foul for sure on Haaland. As he tries to get back up to his feet. Here, Rico Lewis with the cross in. Cucurella Goes to ground in his own box, and it's a foul, according to the ref. Your Doku takes a great touch, tries to keep it in. It's out for a throw-in once again. Game is kind of slowly going away from Chelsea. What's the sponsor on the side of the shirt for City there? I couldn't tell. And the final result prediction poll, people saying Chelsea win. That's a bold claim, chat. Here, Romeo Lavia plays the pass to Robert Sanchez, and Cucurella now driving forward. Here, some good possession from Chelsea to retain the ball. Ooh, Palmer's pass is intercepted, and City immediately on the counter. Here, Foden on the right. There's a sea of blue. Whether it's Chelsea or City, it just matters on the hue. Here, Doku to Joško Gvardiol. Rico Lewis to Kovacic. Want to look at the upcoming fixtures for both sides really quick as well. For City, their next 3 fixtures are Ipswich Town at home, West Ham away, and Brentford at home. And for Chelsea, it is they have a Conference League qualifying game soon. Here's a cross in by Bernardo Silva, but it's cleared near no foul according to the ref on Enzo. But the first game that Chelsea have coming up is a Conference League qualification game against Servette at home at 3 p.m. Thursday, August 22nd, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pedro Neto is set to be subbed on here. 57 minutes have elapsed. Then they have Wolves at home, or Wolves away, I should say, Sunday, August 25th. Servette again, Thursday, August 29th. And then their next league game, Chelsea will host Nkunku being subbed off here for Pedro Neto. Chelsea would host Palace as their third kind of Premier League game. So it's not necessarily the most optimal of situations there, but a schedule nonetheless. Pedro Neto is in now, so I should adjust that as well. What number is Pedro Neto? That's actually going to be something I have to look up, because God knows with the amount of players Chelsea has. 19. Okay, not the craziest number. There we go. Pedro Neto has been subbed on. Oh, I should add the Rico Lewis went down, hurt there a bit. Fell into the post. Ooh. He hit the top of his thigh there into the post. Here, Chelsea have a corner. Let's see how they will fare against City's defense. Here, header in. Oh, it's cleared. Oh, gosh. Didn't mean to set fire to the screen. Sorry, y'all. So Neto was subbed on. And Foden. Here, Pedro Neto chasing. He bumps Rico Lewis a bit, who goes to clear it. He does so successfully. But Cucurella intercepts the clearance. And now Chelsea are going to try to reset here a bit. Palmer picks up the ball. Gets it to Cucurella. Cucurella out wide here to Pedro Neto. Neto to Enzo Fernandez. Now to Cucurella. Caicedo. Back to Cucurella. Now Pedro Neto with the cross in. Header to the back post by Enzo, and Gusto once again on the cross. It's headed away. Lavia once again with the header. Oh my goodness. Nicholas Jackson with an actual chance there, and this is out for a throw-in, I think. Wow, that was a crazy bit of play there. Not really the most cohesive by Chelsea, but bit of play nonetheless. And Nicholas Jackson looks like he hurt his leg there somehow. I don't know exactly what happened, but there's a bit of a collision, it looked like. Here is the replay of it. Lavia headed it in, and Jackson went for it. Let's see. So he gets the shot off. It's a bit acrobatic. Yeah, I don't know. Seems to be fine though. Nicholas Jackson after that. Here, Chelsea with the throw-in. Caicedo with the cross in. Oh, Neto, he chests it down. But he falls on top of Ederson as Ederson catches it. More than an hour has elapsed now, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty typical scoreline as we've come to know the Premier League for, the usual kind of City leading against, anyone's favorite side. It doesn't have to be yours. Chelsea isn't mine. But, anyone's favorite side just losing to City. They won the 23-24 Premier League title, obviously 2 points above Arsenal. First club to win 4 consecutive titles. They're going for 5 in a row. It's pretty dominant. And here we have Doku, who passes it to Guardiola. Guardiola to Dias. Now Phil Foden. Lavia as well. This ball forward. This ball kept in there by Neto, I think it was. Here, Kovacic picks it up. He's kind of trying to distribute it somehow. Gets it to KDB. De Bruyne. Here to Guardiola. Now back to Kovacic. Here, 1-2 between Guardiola and Kovacic. Here, some nice play from City. Doku to the back post. Foden can just keep it in. He slips and stumbles a bit, but regains his balance and plays it to Bernardo Silva. Silva back to Foden, back to Bernardo Silva. And City are just, they're they're playing with ease. They are out there doing City stuff. You know, they have the lead. Chelsea will go for it still. I don't doubt that whatsoever. They've been trying. But De Bruyne here on the ball. Great head ball in, and that is a foul. Rico Lewis celebrating. Now he's upset that he didn't get the goal because, to be honest, that was a very obvious foul on Colwell by Haaland. They called a few fouls in City's box similar to this. Not exactly the same, but if we look at this, Haaland chests it down. Cucurella and him, and yeah, studs up a bit. And Colwell just falls. Then Haaland, I mean, Cucurella also was kind of jostling him, but Haaland was on the ground. And I mean, he wasn't going to be able to get up, but goal is going to be disallowed for sure for the foul there. Colwell. Oh, Haaland on a yellow card, according to the ref. Haaland doesn't know why he got a yellow. Haaland's pretty upset about that. And I mean, I just hope he doesn't get a second goal because my FPL will be looking a lot worse. And I think there might be some more subs being made here by Enzo Maresca. Mark Gui, transferred from Barcelona, coming into the fray here at Chelsea. Here, Romeo Lavia subbed off for Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. He had 12 goals and 4 assists in the championship under Enzo Maresca for Leicester last season. Now, will this end up translating to this upcoming season in the Prem? That remains to be seen. Lavia has been subbed off, though, and so has... Who's the other player that was just subbed off? Lavia and Nicholas Jackson for Mark Gui and Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. So here we have Robert Sanchez back on the ball. Gallagher not in the squad today. Sterling not in the squad today. 2 notable exclusions from the squad. And I imagine both of them get moved before the transfer window's up. But that remains to be seen. Like, is that a guarantee? Not for certain. I just need to see their squad numbers to be able to write them in. 22 for Dewsbury-Hall. And here Doku on the ball, plays it back to Guardiola. City are just dominant when they're in this kind of state. And there's not a lot you can do to really stop them then. The next one is here Bernardo Silva on the ball, looking for a pass. Under some pressure from Dewsbury-Hall. Mark Gui is pressing up as well. Here Mark Gui chasing. Here a long pass forward by City's intercepted as Malo Gusto wins it. Now Cole Palmer on the right wing. KDB fouled there. followed by Wesley Fofana. Yeah, I just clipped the back of his ankle. Less than ideal for sure. So far, there's been 3 subs for Chelsea, 1 for City. City's was due to injury. Savinho went down with some kind of knee knock. But honestly, I think that's a testament to how much Pep rates Savinho. He's a young player who came in, was playing really well in that first 45. And it's against Chelsea, who honestly are it's not like it's never going to be a walk in the park at Stamford Bridge, like so far there's been moments where City have definitely felt some pressure, but they've handled it because they are obviously City and they're like perennial champions. So that's expected to some extent though, Here Pedro Neto on the wing for Chelsea. Neto to Enzo Fernandez with trying to find a pass. He finds Malo Gusto out wide on the right. Moise Caicedo now in the turn plays it to Wesley Fofana. Finds Enzo Fernandez. 7 shots for Chelsea to City's 9. 2 on target by Chelsea, 4 by City. Cross comes in. Ederson can't catch it. It's just kind of palmed away there. Some nice play. And here, Moise Caicedo wins it. Kieran Dewsbury Hall to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez to Cucurella. Cucurella here to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with a cross to the back post. Guardiola chasing. And he hoofs it forward. It's out for a throw-in. Bit better here from Chelsea in the last whatever odd minutes or so. I'd say 5 or 10 minutes or so since they've made these subs. And just a little before that, they've started to kind of grow a bit more in confidence. Now, will they outright score? I don't know. I predicted a 2-2 draw. That doesn't seem like it's likely to happen. Still could, mathematically speaking. But Haaland here versus Wesley Fofana. Throw in for City. Pep Guardiola here on touchline pictured. Giving some instruction. Just generally shouting some things. Here Haaland chasing this ball. They're doubling up on Haaland, Fofana, and Gusto. And here Fofana with a great clearance. But Guardiola comes up and steps up for it. Now KDB with an opportunity. KDB goes for the shot. Foden was through if KDB wanted to play it, but KDB went for goal. Maybe that comes back to bite City later in the game. We still have around 18 to 17 minutes or so. So we'll see how Chelsea can kind of respond. Palmer's got his hands up looking for a pass. Chelsea play it long forward. Here Mark Gui able to kind of head it back towards Dewsbury Hall, but he can't control it. Now City with the ball again. Rico Lewis tries to play the ball forward. Wesley Fofana with a crucial block to keep it from getting to Erling Haaland. Gosh, talked real quick there. But yeah, it's been a decent kind of showing thus far by City. Chelsea's done all right, all things considered. I think they could do a little bit better. I think they could have gotten a goal by now had there just been a bit wiser roster construction. I know people harp on that, but it's just the fact of the matter. Here, though, Haaland and Fernandez arguing once again. They're holding each other like crazy, squaring off. And they've just been yammering all day. Fernandez and Haaland are literally just getting each other's faces all day. That's been the theme for both of them. Wow. Taylor just Taylor just went like this to end Enzo's captain's armband. That's pretty funny. Cucurella here plays it back to Levi Colwell. Colwell looking for a pass, plays it back to Robert Sanchez, the goalie. Here, Chelsea play a pass forward. De Bruyne now plays the ball to Rico Lewis. Foden back to Akanji. City just retaining possession, cycling through the ball, as we know they love to do, which is fine. I mean, that is the way of Pep to some degree. Here, some solid back and forth though, and they go long now. Finally, trying to find Haaland. Kovacic steps up as Haaland can't quite control, and it falls back towards Mateo Kovacic. Rico Lewis with some good skill to get past Enzo Fernandez. Now Bernardo Silva to Doku, who's a bit more central. Doku plays the pass forward. KDB can slightly intercept the ball there, but he can't quite win possession. And now Cole Palmer's pass to Kieran Dewsbury Hall is solid. Dewsbury Hall plays it to Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez with a big switch of play here. Finds Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto plays the pass to Palmer. Palmer to Gusto. Gusto with the cross. It's blocked. It's off a City player. It's off. It's so off you, Kovacic. Don't wag your finger, bro. That was clearly off you, dog. Did not give the corner? Am I tripping? Did I not see it right? Handball! Handball! That is a penalty. Oh, did it hit? It might have hit him right here. If it hit him right here, I don't know if that counts. They're going to have to check. It's going to go to VAR and stuff. This will extend the game. Nope, they say no handball. Initially, quick, like first glance, I thought on the replay that it was a penalty in the handball, but it wasn't. It wasn't given at least like that. Here we have Cole Palmer set to take this corner. Enzo providing the short option, but Cole Palmer swings it in. It's headed away. Kieran Dewsbury Hall now looking for a pass. Finds Moise Caicedo back to Dewsbury Hall. Here, cross almost in, but not quite. Now Dewsbury Hall plays it to Moise Caicedo. Malo Gusto. Enzo Fernandez back to Gusto. Now Dewsbury Hall gets it out wide to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with some step overs. Still Pedro Neto. Crosses it in. It's headed away. He's trying to contest KDB for this. KDB falls down. Pedro Neto's still an option out wide, and he gets it once again from Dewsbury Hall. Chelsea are trying to break this low defensive block. What a bad pass from Moise Caicedo. Sorry, Moise Caicedo, but that was just awful. Like, dog, what were you thinking there, bro? That was the best, like, sequence of play that Chelsea have had all game, and Moise Caicedo just played it out for a goal kick. Unprompted. Like, I get he's been passing sideways all game, and that's whatever. I mean, he's tried forward at times, but it's going to be penalty shots for that for sure on the Kovacic handball. I know that they're not going to officiate it like that, but they're so inconsistent with like the way that they give handballs. Ooh, Mark Cucurella's hamstring's gone. This is not good for Chelsea. Cucurella's on the ground pleading with his teammates to get medical staff. No, he's saying I'm okay. I'm okay. But he says, no, it's fine. It's fine. Ooh, yeah, he's definitely pulled something. A sub is set to be made here by Enzo Maresca. Mark Cucurella being subbed off. For Vega, Renato Vega coming in. Is he listed as defender? I don't know much about Renato Vega. But he is in, so I have to adjust that as well. What number is he, dude? So many Chelsea players. So many numbers. 40. He's a midfielder, it says. Let's see what his career says about him. More of like a center back, DM, midfielder. So we'll see how that goes. 40. Here, Doku driving forward. Plays the ball to Bernardo Silva. Gets it to Phil Foden. Phil Foden to Kovacic. Kovacic tries to find a pass. He finds Phil Foden. Foden once again plays it back to Akanji this time. Renato Vega acquired this summer, I think, from Basel. Am I mistaken or am I right? Let me see. Yep, Basel last season. Sporting, then Augsburg, then Basel, and then Chelsea is his career trajectory and path thus far. Here we have City. Oh, City lose possession briefly, but they win it back. A loose pass from Ederson nearly allowed Chelsea to get a good bit of the ball there high up the pitch. Here, some good play. Colwell plays it forward to Kieran Dewsbury Hall, who plays a nice pass towards Pedro Neto, who can't get onto it. Pedro Neto, mate, what are you doing? You're a big money signing. That wasn't the easiest of passes, I suppose, but like, bro, you are rapid usually. Control it. I would love to see City drop points on opening day just because at least it keeps it a little more equal for the rest of us. Because let's be real, City's going to win this thing. They're going to run away with it. So at least opening week, you could get some kind of like, I don't know, fake hope. Here, Ederson on the ball, looking for a pass. Ooh, some good pressing. But Ederson gets it out from his feet quick enough. Doku here holding up the ball a bit, being held a bit by Gusto as well, but no foul from the ref. It was kind of a jockey jostled by both of them. Here, Kovacic out wide to Foden. Phil Foden. Still Phil Foden. Plays it to Kovacic. Here, Ruben Diaz plays it out wide to Jeremy Doku. Doku going out wide. This cross is caught by Robert Sanchez. 83.5 minutes have elapsed, ladies and gentlemen. So far, only a goal separates the sides, but City are firmly in control, it feels like. But Chelsea are not out of, City are not out the woods yet. But here, Kovacic goes forward. Oh my God, there they are. It's done. 2-0 to City. Kovacic with the goal. Robert Sanchez tries to save it. It hits the post and goes in. Sanchez got a hand to it, did not matter, hit the post, and was honestly just kind of like a lame goal to concede and finish this match on. See a replay of this pass forward. Kovacic picks it up, takes on one guy, takes on the second, frees up some space, hits it. And yeah, Robert Sanchez doesn't get a hand to it. Well, he does get a hand to it, but can't keep it away. Hits the bar. It's not the bar. Hits the post, following the save. Here he tries to palm it to the right, and it's just that's just poor. That's just poor from the keeper, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Robert Sanchez, what the hell? That is so lame from Robert Sanchez. Just an absolutely pathetic, like that kills the entire game. They were hardly in it, Chelsea. So now it's just like, well, great. You gave City an extra goal. And you've ruined your chances of potentially winning this game. That was awful. That was straight up terrible by Robert Sanchez. Why is he their number one still? Why? Like, that makes no sense. Dude is not good. Straight up not good. Todd Boehly's leaving. Todd Boehly is leaving. No, he's leaving his balcony seat and heading inside the suite. Oh my God. Yeah, the fact that it's Kovacic is also going to sting going to sting Todd Boehly and co. Because let's be real, like, they're just not, like, they're not moving smart in the window at this point. You could say maybe, things click eventually, but, like, you can't be conceding goals like that, like, where your goalie is, like, totally giving, like, he got a hand to it, but it wasn't like the best of hands whatsoever. It just ended up almost assisting him with the goal. But what are you going to do? Totally got to save that, dude. Just have to. Here, a pass forward. Cole Palmer controls it, looking for a pass. Turns. Switches the play out wide to Malo Gusto. Gusto here to Wesley Fofana. Palmer finds Enzo. Now Pedro Neto out wide. Here Pedro Neto driving forward against Foden. Still Pedro Neto. Some good play here by Chelsea. Chelsea lose the ball briefly, and City win it back. And now Doku on the counter. Doku driving forward. Jeremy Doku still. Doku plays it back to KDB. KDB finds Ruben Dias. And at this point, City are so comfortable with the position they find themselves in. They're going to be, I think, tied second with Liverpool, Arsenal. Liverpool, Arsenal, and City tied for second. Brighton in first with +3 goal difference after game week 1. That's the most likely outcome here. I don't see City conceding another. They might score a third, knowing them. They like to leave it late as well for a lot of goals. KDB here with the header towards Doku. Doku now driving forward, goes down. It's a free kick for City. Well, dang. A yellow card here, I think, for Moise Caicedo, I'm going to guess. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a foul. So Caicedo gets booked. 89 minutes have elapsed. 2 goals separate the sides. First, the 18th minute Erling Haaland annual, well, not annual, but the Gameweek goal, I guess. The goal that happens every game. Is once per game goal that we see. Doku. Oh, Doku was driving forward. He nearly created a really good chance there. Now, Chelsea trying to counter. Dewsbury Hall loses the ball. No, he gets fouled. Just fell. But that Doku's been great. Doku might be their man in the match today. He's been so rapid against everybody. And he's left like a lot of these players in the dust. Palmer here on the ball goes to switch the play to Pedro Neto. He does so. Pedro Neto with a bit of a heavy touch. He takes the shot. And here Renato Vega plays it back to Pedro Neto. Now Fernandez, Enzo plays the ball to Vega. Vega loses the ball. Vega with the foul. And that might be that for Chelsea's hopes. Foden goes to the ground. He is acting like he's hurt about something. I don't know what happened. He just looked like he got pushed. What happened? Is Phil Foden okay? What are they doing? Bernardo Silva here on camera. I don't know. He's pointing to people and putting them in positions. It looks like almost orchestrating. Ederson here. Okay, it was a free kick here. That makes a lot of sense. Ederson tries to find Haaland. Now Chelsea have the ball again. They play it forward. Palmer to Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall looking for a pass. Finds Pedro Neto, who's near him on the left wing. Enzo Fernandez. Palmer gets fouled there by KDB. Chelsea have a free kick here. Less than 4 minutes to go. They take a short. Goes out wide to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto going to send in the cross. It gets blocked. Guardiola here. Marking. Palmer getting forward. Palmer, his shot wayward. Why did I put Palmer in my squad, bro? Why did I put Palmer in my FPL squad? He's so much money. So much money. I could have put in Haaland. And retooled some stuff. Damn. I'm gonna go look at some of the fantasy stuff, see how it's looking. Fantasy challenge. Let's see. I'm in the top 5% for game week 1 fantasy challenge. That's pretty cool. Game is just winding down now. Both sides basically just taking it easy at this point. Palmer's got 2 points. That puts me in like at 68 points. Gonna have to leave off on 68 points. I still have Pedro Porro to play tomorrow, so if he gets a goal or an assist, that could really help me. Don't have him captained or nothing, but what are you gonna do? Here, ball out wide to Gusto. Gusto with the cross in. Finds no one. It takes some deflections. Chelsea have 40 seconds left of stoppage time to get a consolation goal. Here, ball out to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez. Ederson comfortably catches it. Not so comfortably, I should say. Eventually he caught it, but had to slightly control it in front of himself before really fully initially palmed it up and then just kind of caught it collectively at the end there. Ederson with a long kick. Game is about to end in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had a good stream and hope you enjoyed watching. City's going to win 2-0 against Chelsea, and that is that. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed, and make sure to comment on your thoughts about this fixture. I'm Sideline Sam.